Most of the things you know about Judaism are not explicit in the Torah. They require something called the oral tradition and interpretation. You should know about this. The majority of the verses in the Torah would not be comprehensible if God had not explained them to Moses, who in turn explained it to his generation, and that generation to the next, for thousands of years until us today. From things like tefillin being black, all the way to the definition of work that we should be resting from on Shabbat, we lean on this oral tradition. And for all the Jews who claim to only observe that which is explicit in the Torah, call me when you cancel your Hanukkah plans and put someone to death for hitting another person. Why? Why did God set up the system that there's a written Torah and then a separate oral tradition? Why not simply include everything in the written Torah? Let's sum it up into three broad categories. We've got the technical, philosophical, and mystical. On shallow technical grounds, had all of the details until the end of time been included in the written Torah. Instead of the 5 books of Moses, we'd have the 500 or 5,000 books of Moses. That seems less than feasible. Number two, on more philosophical grounds, when we speak of anything that's primary, if you take that primary thing seriously, there will always be a need for interpretation and analysis. So had God given us those 500 books, that would not decrease the interpretive homework. That would simply give us more material to interpret. That's true with anything that's primary, and more so if we speak of God's book, when God is the ultimate primary being. And then finally, on a mystical level, the mystically most accepted purpose for creation of the world was God sought a resting place for himself in the lower realms. What is the lower realms? Well, basically among humans. It is for that reason that God not only gave us his Torah, but required our constant upkeep and input for its perpetuation. God did not want to give us a stack of books. Rather, he wanted a generational conversation between mothers and daughters and teachers and students.